guys, hold on to your horses. It's gonna be a really bumpy ride.
Yeehaw indeed. And I feel like a lot of the hits is gonna come out from the west here, from Blacklist International. You know, Echo, they might have a problem in terms of closing the gap, because if you look at Echo, it's just the Paquito that can close the gap. Look at the barriers coming out from Blacklist.
This is to start off Season 12 with powerhouse teams, Echo and Blacklist International. You see the lineups here one last time. And this is a great way, great lineups here to start us off as we jump in to the Land of Dawn.
Fights happening right now. KarlTzy and Sensui obviously ready to go right at it. First solo game, you can't really ignore this anymore like we did before in previous seasons. Really gives out so much reward for the team who gets it. That is a beautiful zone out there for Sanford. Renejay just can't make a move right now. Great hook from Daddy Jaypee right there. Good damage coming in. And that's going to be first blood by KarlTzy on the Martis. Make that two. Starting off strong, it's going to be Echo.
Great. Gets the actually 2 kills. First blood and the double. Hold on.
Ah, there you go. More aggression here. Again, answered really quickly by Black.
And this is a fact, ladies and gentlemen, a milestone. This is the 1,711th game, as our first ever game was back in May 12, 2018.
Holy moly. Recast it.
Yeah, that's
you guys.
Amazing. So right now, obviously, while all that's happening, Blacklist has been doing some work of their own. It's only be a 1-for-1 though. That seems to be a 1-for-2 instead. KarlTzy with another double kill.
He's literally on a killing spree. Okay, as we take a look at how they're going with the items here, hold on.
Oh, man. Bennyqt just throwing out those balls non-stop right now. Sensui has to take shelter on the turret, deterring Echo from the attack.
Bruno was a little out of range because he could have taken him out. That was the tenacity coming to work here for the Clint. Fortunately, again, the range was not there. But again, Echo is just establishing dominance here. I really like the fact that KarlTzy went with the Molten Essence first, making sure that he has enough HP, higher HP in the burn when he closes the gap versus Blacklist International. That was a Blade Armor coming up from the Baksha. Yeah. So it is an okay item, I guess, because there's a lot of physical damage coming out from Echo.
The Flicker and the Bloody Hunt just secures that kill, especially alongside KarlTzy, who is really over-leveled right now. There it goes. Rough Wave just for the escape. That's going to be Blacklist just licking their wounds on that one. They lost the turret and the kill.
And I think they just need more time, too, or even for Hadji, right?
Yeah.
On this Kadita pick, he really hasn't been able to find a pickoff with Renejay.
Speaking of pickoffs, that might be it, but KarlTzy is able to just out-sustain there.
Wow.
Edward just not having enough sustain to sustain that backline. I can sustain so many times.
Obviously, Oheb needs a little bit more time. He's got 2 pretty much items that he needs, right? Endless Battle, Berserker's Fury, but still what you're seeing, like you guys mentioned, is these initiations, they're dragged out so long just because I think it is, again, Echo is so far ahead in terms of itemization, right?
Yeah.
So,
especially KarlTzy.
Yeah, especially, and that started on a double kill in the early game, and we knew that that was kind of going to snowball out of control, and he continued to get kills until where he is today, or at this point, 6-0-1, grabs him the Lord as well.
And right, the base stats of his skills are just, blasting through Blacklist.
Decimate is scary, you know, especially like that's all he has to do. Like he has to just sustain a lot of damage, be that front guy, and then decimate when he wants to, right? And as they put the pressure here on the top side of the base,
oh no,
there's a ball.
They find him. They find one. That's Sanford going down. 4v5 right now, and the defense is happening right now for Blacklist. At least they're gonna have enough to at least clear these waves. But look, the damage is still there. The turret's gonna fall.
One thing that they need to also solve is the mobility coming out from Echo. Hold that. No.
Here it is.
This could be it. Jaypee, that point and click Bloody Hunt. Not even Edward's Joy can sustain that one. For sure.
Bennyqt necessarily doesn't have any kills, and he doesn't have any deaths, right? But the damage that he's actually able to put out is great, not to mention utilizing the ultimate there. But so far, it's just the damage from Sanford. Sanji's doing a great job. Like, there's so much bases to cover here if you're Blacklist International that it's really, you're just kind of catching your breath in a lot of these team fights, a lot of these skirmishes, and you have nothing that you can really do except respond to getting flickered on by Jaypee.
One thing's for sure, you're seeing the reason why Franco really is getting picked up by, especially by teams like Echo, who are very aggressive. Yeah. It rewards aggressiveness, right? Non-stop.
That's a dead bird. That's a dead bird.
That's a dead bird. Renejay, you gotta make a run for it, man.
He's still going.
He's hunting.
He
it's hunting season. It's open hunting season right now for the bird named Kaja. As Echo, they're looking for it. They know the TP's happening. Sanford's gonna find him. Will he? No! No! Wrong bush! It's the wrong bush!
The bird lives. They're still 10K behind.
Small thing. It's a small thing. It's
Yeah,
funny.
small things,
You know?
man, they do add up. They do add up.
Small things. I said they got to take leaps and bounds.
Oh, beautiful hook right now. Not against Sensui. Are you going to be tanky enough to last on this long? I don't think so. With the Lord hammering on their base right now, it's not going to be a priority here. The priority for Blacklist, just stay alive, man. Stay alive. Sanford with a combo. Gonna get pulled in, but that's the secondary objective. The objective for Echo, take that base for game number 1.
To make sure that they are able to take out towers and not allow Blacklist and International any form of response. And the man that allowed that for Echo was the guy who snowballed in the early game, taking 2 kills out of Blacklist International. It is none other than the GOAT, KarlTzy with the Martis, for Echo to to abuse with the with what they have. Again, the Bruno having a early Haskell, mind you, with the Berserk Fury does deal a lot of crit damage, and of course with the Fatal on the emblem amplifies what Bruno is capable of, especially during the early stage. That's what allowed Bruno to just have complete control over the targets that are being fished by Jaypee. Even though he did not literally participate in the majority of the fights, he was also dealing some damage.
Now, we've already talked about what happened in Game 1. I think this is a good time to just say Blacklist International, hey, reset mentally.
Looking at the front lines, you have Martis, you have Paquito. These 2 heroes, they, in that game, I mean, nobody wants to get hit, but in that game, they're willing to put their bodies in the front line and tell Blacklist International, hit me.
Do you think Joy works the best in the jungle, or do you think she works best, let's say, in the XP?
It works in specific scenarios. I actually don't like Joy jungle, but there are specific matchups wherein she works against Martis. It's good, especially in this lineup where they need a they need a hero that can that has an access towards the marksman of Blacklist International. But
of course, the Martis, same thing can happen here for Sensui. If he gets a couple early kills, it's going to be rough to deal with. And then again, we have seen Oheb play this Beatrix time and time again. We get one last look at these team compositions, how it falls into place here. Will they be able to handle this time Echo their momentum? That's where we find out as we jump into the Land of Dawn. Game number 2 here, first series of MPL Philippines Season 12. We'll see if we can get to a Game 3. Relatively nothing happening too much. They are going to look for a pick if they can find one. It doesn't look like it's going to happen in the mid lane. Again, all this really leads into that first hurdle, right? Renejay will be poked down again. He does not have the flicker, so he's got to be careful.
And so he definitely looks a lot better here this time around with the first blood. Just like Game 1.
that's a very good timing on the Petrify as well on Hadji after the initial Shunpo comes out from Jaypee. Able to catch the show off guard. But what matters here is the XP advantage of Sensui. They see that Sensui is almost near level 5, but Echo, they do not want to wait for the turtle. They want to be able to get this one. Level 5 on Sensui, still level 4 in KarlTzy.
They're forcing the fights right now. It is going to be close here on the turtle. Renejay cancel.
Oh,
on the
Petrify!
Oh, that is huge here for Echo. Minor things are resulting to huge net profits for the Orcas.
Man, I want to point out the genius of Sanford, man. You don't have the level advantage, you petrify the enemy jungler.
Yeah, Petrify is already happening
Simple
as
as that,
well
right?
there.
Benny.
This might be Blacklist who are going to be on the back foot as Sensui gets chased down by the Orcas once more.
And that's what is the total opposite of what Joy does. Okay, you do that, I damage you. I don't care about CC immunity, because guess what? I'm CC immune as well.
And the crazy thing is, again, they're still pressing the situation here at the top. Renejay goes in.
Good damage here. I think Oheb starting to join in the fray.
I love it too because that last they're still going Edward.
Oh, Edward might be in trouble. Of course, he's called Edward Balboa for a reason. Will it be enough to stop that dragon from dancing? And it is! Oh man, what an outplay!
Sanford was trying to get the third hit to get the Sha, the Sha essence. But that one sidestep from Edward was what made the difference there. Sanford was not able to land the third hit.
Edward,
yeah.
Man, what a master there. Now the fight for the turtle.
Seems to be a big turtle here, who will be taken by KarlTzy, of course, but Daddy Jaypee, you're in hot water. That's going to be killed going over the Blacklist for that turtle.
So that's what I was saying. He's had relatively a good time early game this time around. Just farm up, do what he needs to do, and now it's going to be up to the team here.
Oh man, Sensui might be a little too deep on this one, and the Orcas will definitely fall to the bait. And yeah, they took that really easily. I feel like he had no business being there at that moment.
Kind of an overextension from the jungle of Blacklist.
And Sanji is going to be low, but Oheb missing his mark. That's pretty rare.
I don't know if they were expecting for that kind of damage to be thrown by Edward that early on, taking them low. But you can see it. Let's go ahead. Hold on.
Renejay.
Oh, Renejay. Jaypee. Like, this is the big props you have. If you have a Kufra, the Cho just has a hard time just shinpoing all over you.
Oh man, this is, again, Echo showing pure class with their systematic approach and objectives. Even Sanford committing the blackjack for him, even if they don't see any form of contention. And look at KarlTzy, ultra fast takedown on the Paquito.
Well, he's doing it in style, by the way.
Style points.
Style points right there. We all know about the styles with those jackets.
Hadji finally making an appearance here with a combo, but will not be enough to take out Sanji, and beautiful revenge kill there coming in from Echo.
And again, these skills matter for Echo, like they do matter a lot, because you've talked about scaling. They have an insane damage scaling in the form of the Bruno. Now Sanford is also looking to fight. They lost the Cho. Blacklist, however, is able to control and minimize the casualty.
Blacklist International, like I said, still in a relatively good situation to deal with a lot of these early on.
There you go. Some good damage from Hadji. Somehow lacking here on the Kadita, becoming a major pain point here for Blacklist.
And even though they keep on dying, again, this is breathing space for Oheb.
But the problem with that, too, once again, as Echo is dealing with this, right, they're going to... Hold on, Jaypee.
Oh, Sensui. I don't think he's going to live out on that one.
Oheb
makes sure that they get something in return. This is going to be an interesting turtle.
Great.
Sorry, Lord.
Yeah, great that they get that, because now this Lord for the taking. Blacklist International could actually contest this. It's going to come down to the junglers here.
Sanford!
Fighting it out. Sanford, he finds Oheb. That's definitely going to be Lord going over to Echo. And again, the smallest things are making a big difference in these fights.
Is it going to be Blacklist International starting the fight and then winning those exchanges? Or are they responding? Look at this, already flicker out.
Yeah, earlier they were. Renejay, who's being very proactive, but the damage just not anywhere near where they needed to be, which means that the rest of the members of Echo will be surviving.
As they approach this, they put some pressure of their own on the top side, which is great. It's going to go ahead and hopefully get that tier 2 as it does, and they amp up. There's the concealed play. We'll see if they can get a pick off that they need.
Already used up. Oh, there you go. Jaypee going to get caught out here. Even with the Shinpo, not going to be able to make that escape. Sanji, he's trying to get some revenge kills here happening, but right now it is Edward who is blowing, who is fighting with these blows coming in from the Paquito. KarlTzy, very aggressive on the backline. Look at this guy. What a monster on that Joy. It's a double kill for the world champion jungler.
And Echo, they did not react to what Blacklist was doing. They did not attempt to go for the Lord. They knew for a fact that Renejay committed flicker. They had no CC left. The composition of Echo is you go front line, they all go back. Because they're trying to protect the Beatrix. And Jaypee, Sanford, standing in front lines. Blacklist is forced to go back.
He finds Hadji. Oh, it's going to miss. It's going to miss. But the tower will fall with the help of the Lord. Again, it's going to be Daddy Jaypee going down, but again, this is what he wants.
Even though he has an amazing KDA, which is a testament of how good a player he is. 4-2-1 on the Beatrix.
But there
again,
it is.
KarlTzy.
Oh, they find him without any damage taken to this lineup. They take out KarlTzy. That is massive. Now it might also be Sanford in trouble, but Renejay will be traded. Oheb still alive, but only for the few moments. And Sensui 1v4. What you doing, bro? That's going to be him going down as well. Edward is trying. He's playing. He's fouling. He's profiling. He's going to make it out.
Renejay, they did just find an important target for Blacklist International to take. You are looking for these kinds of situations where you are able to look for those opportunities, and that is what Echo needs to prevent. Like, you need to be able to react to what Blacklist is doing by making sure that you move first. Again, Echo making the move here. Oheb, he does not see
They can see him. They can see him. Jaypee will try to make an entrance here. Not going to be working for it now, but that's not going to be a problem. The tower on the top lane and the mid lane will be struggling. Renejay with a very aggressive play here. Even with the immortality, KarlTzy will be demolished here by the Balboa, but Bennyqt, he's doing work right now on that Bruno.
And Blacklist International, when they know that they have at least KarlTzy down.
Wrong direction. That might be a problem here for Jaypee, but he is tanky enough to at least survive this for a few moments. Will be using
the
mortality.
dash!
Oh, the dash is happening right now. Oheb, he's got some damage in. Sanji with a follow-up. Does not really activate the Terrify, though. And that's going to be him with a kill onto Sanji.
Edward!
You got the immortality
here. Immortality will be activated. That's going to be a 1 for none in favor of Blacklist.
And at this point, now they have to be able to ensure that they get this Lord here, right? This is actually a situation now where Blacklist International can contest this and possibly take it. If they can ensure themselves this Lord, it will change the course of this game too, possibly taking us to a game 3.
It's amazing how insurance can make
Jaypee!
your life so much easier right now. No, Jaypee! He gets the right target. That's the jungler of Blacklist going down.
Target acquisition, Jaypee securing that, giving the insurance to Echo to take this Lord here. And they're going to push him back further.
Look at these guys, sheer commitment and will.
Going for it. They're going hard. And they're going ham. But will not resulting into any major kill. Lord is not fully reset, though. And that means that Echo will have the advantage on this one.
Oh, Purify.
Purify go down.
I mean, Petrify.
Oh, that's going to be it. That's Hadji down. Renejay as well. 2 members left to defend for Blacklist.
Well, at this point, all base turrets down here. Can they hold on?
That's going to be a big question here. Very, very tricky. Edward will follow the ball.
Sanford,
that will be it. Sensui just not tanky enough to sustain the hits for the Bruno. And it's a 2-0 with the debut game of MPL Philippines going over to Echo.
As we saw that during Bennyqt's reign in the mid to late game. Again, Echo commitment is the name of the game here, which is why I love the fact that both the targets that are able to maximize the space being given by KarlTzy and Sanford is able to outlive the damage output of Blacklist International. And we talked about KarlTzy earlier on, amazing performance on this Joy.